Love and work. Work and love, that's all there is. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. A civilization which leaves so large a number of its participants unsatisfied and drives them into revolt neither has nor deserves the prospect of a lasting existence. I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need for a father's protection. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. The great question that has never been answered, and which I have not yet been able to answer, despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul, is what does a woman want? He that has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. Betrayal oozes out of him at every pore. The goal of all life is death. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its bulk above water. The ego is not master in its own house. If youth knew, if age could, what a distressing contrast there is between the radiant intelligence of the child and the feeble mentality of the average adult. If a man has been his mother's undisputed darling, he retains throughout life the triumphant feeling, the confidence in success, which not seldom brings actual success along with it. The conscious mind may be compared to a fountain playing in the sun and falling back into the great subterranean pool of subconscious from which it rises. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. Flowers are restful to look at. They have neither emotions nor conflicts. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism. A man should not strive to eliminate his complexes but to get into accord with them. They are legitimately what directs his conduct in the world. Men are more moral than they think and far more immoral than they can imagine. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. Everywhere I go I find that a poet has been there before me. The tendency to aggression is an innate, independent, instinctual disposition in man. It constitutes the powerful obstacle to culture. The first requisite of civilization is that of justice. A man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. What we call happiness in the strictest sense comes from the, preferably sudden, satisfaction of needs which have been dammed up to a high degree. The doctor should be opaque to his patients and, like a mirror, should show them nothing but what is shown to him. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Just as no one can be forced into belief, so no one can be forced into unbelief. Just as a cautious businessman avoids investing all his capital in one concern, so wisdom would probably admonish us also not to anticipate all our happiness from one quarter alone. If you can't do it, give up. Neurosis is the inability to tolerate ambiguity. What progress we are making. In the Middle Ages they would have burned me. Now they are content with burning my books. The liberty of the individual is no gift of civilization. It was greatest before there was any civilization. One is very crazy when in love. Which quote did you like the most? Share your perspective in the remarks. One day you will lament that you don't hear these quotes prior. Grab the opportunity. Watch our next video.